no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Tonight was an amazing night for Antoine Semenyo at Vitality Sports Stadium. The only goal for AFC Bournemouth, Munya 3 points. Na ifi Antoine Semenyo ho. Na after so shares our goal no enya 3 points at my AFC Bournemouth no. Legends of the game, one more aiding komo at their first Semenyo ho. Bra Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim sudden eni akote petita krem ehwe se nyame atoma impending 2025 summer transfer yi obetimi afa Semenyo abepimu e Manchester United ana emu nkomo nchiremu mede ebro Heroics-Kudus akodin komo ewo NBC Sports no so no se ne obo ne ball no sa e no obo no so we player so we fan so we supporter so we coach han e na person obo ball no se ne ope there be obebo se no ankasa epe no ombo NCU Heroics-Kudus mu nkomo nchiremu mede ebro Thomas Heroics-Partey'S ene Injury-Kudus Williams nyame adoma wiki omo gina akono ewo Europe ene na hye so ye be hwe mo injuries updates na me de hu komo de abro ewo fidikese so na answer na no wo ye foforo ewo platform we so a subscribe to channel no post notification bell no me aso to all inyine like video ni e share nko other social media platform so e ma foforo so enya access to drop your decent comments ewo comment box no mo ebro ya team de DBF mo Facebook and TikTok and our nama. Follow Manuel TV Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, in Semenyo Dawson, but me to boase, nama breaking it down at the amount of the case so into Temukuchu. Mention say from Antoine Semenyo and net ni Heroics Vitality Stadium. AFC Bournemouth EP on almost a kabako on the 53rd seconds and now utiminya sagono edima AFC Bournemouth just 53 seconds into the game and now capitalizing on a defensive error from Fulham or my defender your friend Anthony Robinson and then you pianko ni nabi nkumane so apayira to say no she go no and me the pictures at so screens ne so Kevin Bassey ojina baabi na me say wo nyame adoma me obesan ba London Stadium ye besan aye onyadoa Semenyo ya na besan twen afa montema no de akwhye we de be oni William Trust income nti ene otiminya exceptional goal edman the club ye fene say AFC Bournemouth na ne hit map and that screens ne so no nti wo hwe Semenyo ne activity on the field of play based on the moderate and high performance as a right winger for AFC Bournemouth no and I made display e screens ne so nti baby I read no one no ho na dangers ne gu ururemu na ho pipian balls ne bia ema ba ko etimi san ekoto net on the 53rd seconds nti wo hwe Semenyo and then the performance in the game about 89 minutes wo she goal back wo ama assist unya 36 touches accurate passes na is 17 out of 22 representing 77%. The key passes na a 1, shot on target na a 1. Rating in the game from so far as score omomano 7.3 but me remember 8.0 out of 10.0 based on say ono in the team the only goal for the club it me secure 3 points maximum one at the AFC Bournemouth no latest ever. Now after the game legends for only be aiding and come now Thierry Henry obedin komo we edifan Antoine Semenyo or say so you were cooking obisa Semenyo say na on apa you were cooking some fufu jollof rice nti no say Semenyo enanumre na o cookie Vitality Stadium enye nnuane bia say jollof rice and fufu and odo de buy one of the legends of the game Michael Owen including komo we edifan Antoine Semenyo or say I love this boy me pebo yasem I like him. Me sampeno me done me peno. He is a top talent. Or say Semenyo a top talent. Or say a talenter. Udimu pa e wiase nyina football mu. Si Michael Owen akasa fan ho, Thierry Henry so akasa fan ho. Tin komoni akoye bebre e wo Semenyo so camp. Entina meka say ene anase tonight was Antoine Semenyo ni Heroics for the club e Vitality Stadium. Omankasa omudemum. Na in the midst of say AFC Bournemouth omenya impressive season so far. David Onston ono a football correspondent at the Athletic ɛde possible departures for AFC Bournemouth impending 2025 summer transfer mu abeto dwa na 3 players ɛna ɔbɔ mu din na Semenyo ɛka ho bi yɛbɛkɔ akotie video no asan hwɛ kakra screens na so due to copyright issues but Semenyo deɛ no sɛsɛ Semenyo oni release clause bi a ne contract mu na AFC Bournemouth sɛ ɔmo pɛ excess amounts of 65 million pounds ansa na ɔmo agya no sɛ Semenyo ɛnkɔ club foforɔ nkɔdi agorɔ ɛmfɛm ɔm na ɔmo say Ruben Amorim of Manchester United meche Manchester United ɔmo manager no ɔyɛ very fond of Antoine Semenyo yɛka sɛ obi yɛ fond of obi a na kyɛ sɛ ɔcare about ɔno ɔpɛ n'asɛm nti yɛhwɛ sɛ nyame atoma Manchester United betimi assign Antoine Semenyo possible departures a wɔka ɔmo ho asɛm David Austin ɛde to dwa no yankasa yɛntie ne yɛnsan hwɛ ɛwɔ yɛni so.
Let's think about Bournemouth here. Good news, they're in the top half. They're exceeding expectations. Bad news, some of the bigger clubs are now eyeing all that young talent and their manager as well. Where do you see this going?
Yeah, it's a major success story, Paul, but that also brings major interest in some of their players. We'll begin with Dean Huijsen. There's a £50 million release clause in his contract. He's the subject of huge interest from the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle United and Tottenham. They've all been meeting with his representatives in recent weeks. Both the player and Bournemouth would like this to be done and dusted relatively quickly. So he is expected to be a departure. Let's see what happens with Milos Kerkez. He's also attracting interest from even clubs the size of Liverpool, Manchester City, on the continent, AC Milan and Napoli as well. And then there's Antoine Semenyo. What a season he has had. And a player that Manchester United, their manager, Ruben Amorim, is very fond of. Now, they would be looking to sell him for a fee of in excess of what they got for Dominic Solanke, which was £65 million, because there's no release clause. They would want a club record. I don't think both he and Kerkez will go after Huijsen. So it's maybe 2 of the 3. Their manager, Andoni Iraola, is attracting significant admirers of his own, but the feeling at Bournemouth is that he's going to stay and go into the final year of his contract, maybe sign a new one, see how it goes, that a move for him can wait. There will be arrivals into the club as well. Why they need to sell players is because they've spent so heavily on players. The best part of £300 million since Bill Foley, the US businessman, came into the club in December 2022. And they need to comply with the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules. They've got huge ambitions at Bournemouth. They've opened an amazing new training centre. They've got plans to redevelop or rebuild their stadium to take it from a capacity of about 10,000 to up to double that, around 20,000 in the next couple of years. They wanted to get into Europe within 5 years of the 2022 takeover, but that looks like it's going to happen even sooner. They've beefed up their executive structure. Of course, Richard Hughes left as technical director, sporting director. He went to Liverpool, replaced by Thiago Pinto. They've got Iraola. They've got Bill Foley running things. Simon Francis is the technical director down there. They've formed a really good unit that's taking Bournemouth from strength to strength as part of this multi-club operation under Bill Foley. He's said to be engaged in everything that's going on at the club, and they appear to be going places under him. So yeah, exciting times, but they could see a few faces depart this summer.
Heroics-Kudus akodi nkomo ewo NBC Sports na nkomo no di na dosu bebree me femu mienu pe enene me no obedi nkomo subsequently me sign break it down e the amount na bibia very simple e the amount platform we so na the edi kind of say oh we share incredible support awenya from Ghana, a very immense pa Ghana for ya supporting no e kire say oye bibia Ghana for ye neje ho into beto so akọ na yen so ye ne yatimi asan aye bra obeto aso ne nkomo nchiremu ewo NBC Sports so eni.
The love I receive and the support from Ghana is immense, you know, and it means a lot to me, you know. It means I'm doing something right and there's a lot of people looking up to me, which is why I try my best to set examples and do my best in every situation. Even though we are humans, we still make mistakes and everything is not going to be perfect, but out of my imperfections I try to replicate and be the best example for the kids coming up. So it's a nice feeling to know that I have all those support from Ghana, and yeah, it comes with the responsibility as well, because everyone's looking up to you, and in games and stuff, yeah, everyone's watching for you to do the magic. So, but yeah, it's the pressure I have to deal with, and yeah, I'm built for it. So
Kudus dan ho a onye selfless na Mohammed Kudus e de betu ja say ono onim se ne ote ono bo no de be dan dan ho se oye coach se oye supporter se oye hwan se ne obo no eno na obo ombo ne se ne be situ se ne ope from ono Mohammed Kudus ne se mo kan ye no ene da o screens ne so Mohammed Kudus say we are all different ye nyina no ensonso ye eda yentem. There's not a single day I will change my style of play for any coach or anybody. Ede bia ni ho me se ne me ball mesesa no ede ama obi bia se oye coach, se oye player, se oye supporter, se oye hwan on sesa no emfa emma. Expressing myself on the pitch is who I am. Se me danda me ho kire me ho e wo park ne so e na kire se me ye Mohammed Kudus. At the end of the day, I am just a boy from Nima, just living my dream. And maybe people can find inspiration from that. Osini nyina enka nkosi no. Se ono ni chief Nima, nti dayeso eda nanim, ende Nyankopon ene beto atiasefo asase se onye, na afoforo ntimi nsensua bibi ewo mu no. Eno na no Mohammed Kudus obetimi asan ye na okan se no nkrofo se Kudus we dey o stubborn boy o Kudus we dey carry o nti o Kudus se wakawi se obeti o se wonti o ono so akye ne die mu se na no obe the star boy obebo na ono akasa na ne yatimi asan aje, and I know so ono akasa enhwe the baby fit no, but to the extent so ko se coach ka se bo se cross me se ne medam ho park no so ye den kra na Lopetegi medam ho park no so na Thomas Tekwaku Partey ena enkomo kakra obia perfume, especially Arsenal fans no any anti Real Madrid fans no mo amotaye chi say mo tan yen sa akwa no Barcelona fans ene mo amokeka ho no wo mo pese omo hu de ekoso e wo Thomas Partey ne camp na ena one of the fans, one of the cherished fans for Arsenal the din ene Charles Watt eden komo kakra ebetudwa ede wo the media platform so about Partey injury no. Only say na no Adam Mikel Arteta wan share that amaye extensive details bia or say opeke up and knock na oyi ni film. Na Charles Watt said abetu dwa che say we are in the early days say be hu bibi about Partey ni injury. Na so much he say ba so Wednesday and or say enya dia as share that ye edije sa. Na mamenka ne sem no refocusem na men sign translate enkotwi kasem about Thomas Partey any. Or say from my understanding, and it is very, very early days. Initially, is that it's precaution and there's too much concern that it's going to affect him playing against Real Madrid. Another week, something a little bit worrying. Or says something a little bit worrying. Into Nyaka says something a little bit worrying. And I'm say, any Partey. A big good news, and I know say Partey was sharing a dimina after no other game. I'm boy on no or peke sa no no or Casadity Real Madrid for no. Na chess were very eager, so bit me a sense ya kind. Meteten Kumobi said, Jorginho, you're really out of the game. Partey so a doubt for Real Madrid game. Say a bear antes before the game, during the game, and Casa. They be sending and come on the back. And only later, sir, you now see sending Pibo a type Partey in Real Madrid. You bet you to me. It was Santiago Bernabeu Stadium there, but Partey wants to tono na ultimate performing to the standard that young Ghana Fonso ye debate me assign aje. Now, min fenko wie ewo Iñaki Williams. Iñaki Williams face a race against time, so beti me a recover and obe recuperate na nyame atoma UEFA Europa League match omni Rangers wono. Wet me assign Abobobi. Na no other against Real Vallecano, ultimate pick up hamstring injury. Now this time around no. The head will be to me recuperating them. No so yet me assign Abeboa. The head coach Ernesto Valverde in common chima or the truja about Iñaki Williams in the. We will have to wait and see. It is true that he had slight discomforts, and I didn't want him to continue just in case. We needed to avoid a dangerous situation, so I decided to have him leave the pitch without a substitute to replace him. If you are on the pitch, there is always a chance you make a run and the problem worsens. And no name come kakra the betu just and I say or pound free park and so we say Iñaki Williams and Kwadu we prakrana bob betowa obetru me kakofa ne nyinaa so na problem no sen ɛno no nkɔmmɔ nkyiri mu a Ernesto Valverde ɔno nso de ato dwa de afa Iñaki Williams so nti wei any latest if Black Stars players be any Ghana football mo ɛbɛbɔ ba de aka bia no aha ɛna ɛyɛ wɔ garage of U2 Sports wɔ headquarters of U2 Sports, home of authentic sports update, exclusive ones, amazing ones, enlightening ones. Ne nyina no Kwame Esedu beta mechi Dominic nso be design thumbnail e de ato video ne so na when yetimi asan agye ho wadwen kyerɛ bia no fatum subsequently e wo videos mo no me de wo comment and wo shout out ho kyerɛ mo de bebro aside that more previously mo de mo comment atum e wo video na so no amema mo shout out mo so amohwe ya I know a lot of people and ehwa omo sheda emfa comment emba obi ade e wo ni tirim ntima mo de aba ne so de se na mo de aba no yenso ye beka wo ya no e de amamo Diko Said Musa Nyakupon Inshallah Olembe Wahab Edward Papasen Lovely Sakina Mamishwe Dini na Mboni ye Siata Kuama Onso Nyakupon Inshallah Siata Kuama El Capitano Bra okay Mamishwe bra okay Udini Chan who say okay highest Bra Robots okay also the comment about El Capitano Georgina Isel Abdul Rahim Larry, okay, I know someone so is super fantastic. Our comment box anymore. El Capitano, close to Murumumuni, Akadaji Joseph Anyamana, anymore. I'm na Punshamo. Now when you're until you meet again on this platform. It's bye for now.